Round one, fight!
Hello, everybody, to the Grim Reaper Gamers Reapercast. The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, your drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on every Wednesday night with official community night, but on every night other than that. Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Hustler, and it is the big E3 extravaganza that everybody's been waiting for since last year. Maybe. So let's go around the table. We're going to see some familiar faces here as we break down everything that's been leaked before this weekend. To my left, the head Grumpkin. I think it's left. Who knows? I keep getting this wrong. The toilet bowl behind him. The tomato meter ready to go off. Lala Calamari, Jack, how the hell are you?
It's a nice toilet bowl back there. Our prediction show should go pretty well.
Considering they've all been leaked.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great.
What you drinking?
I am drinking Brooklyn Lager. Pretty solid beer. I like their. It's a great brewery. So if you ever see any of their beers, pick it up.
Noted. Because I'll never see them.
Yeah.
To my other side on the top row, my other partner in crime, the social media manager, the man who gives everybody shit. Jammer, how are you and what you drinking?
Well, considering that Skype has worked perfectly until just when the show started, and now you're like going like really fast and then really slow. So like right now I see a smile. I don't know if that happened 5 minutes ago or not. Maybe it's a time zone difference. I'm not sure. But besides that, I'm doing great. I love Skype so much. It's my favorite thing in the world. And I'm just absolutely so happy. Uh-oh, somebody got a cough. Are they okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. And I'm drinking a Yingling Summer Wheat.
Ah, summer wheat. Summertime.
Yes, summer beers now. I'm a big fan of the fall beers mainly, like the pumpkin beers. I really overbuy when we get to the fall stuff. But, you know, the summer ales are nice and stuff like that.
Nice light summer ale. Nothing wrong with that. Going a little bit farther around the horn, going clockwise, it looks like. Down below from the state of Colorado. But the bar yet still doesn't have any marijuana. Rab, how the hell are you and what you drinking? Or smoking?
I'm good, man. I'm all about edibles if I did that sort of thing. I am drinking an Estes Park Stinger. It's a wild honey wheat, and it's delicious.
I'm surprised that's not a Zima.
I'm all out, man.
Wait, is that a Zima? Oh, that's vodka in the back. I thought he has something that looks like a Zima bottle right back there, but it's vodka. Yeah, it's vodka though.
It's the Magnum size Zima.
It's the vat of Zima. And to finish out around the horn, from the PlayStation 4 side, the man who you will see the cloud once in a while rise around. Clown, how the hell are you and what you drinking?
Doing good. I'm just coming off of a 24-hour shift, so I'm going a little soft tonight with red strawberry ale. It's nice and light and summery.
Jesus, Jammer's like that annoying kid in class.
Poor Shaq.
Ooh, Mr. Connor.
Clown, you said you worked a 24-hour shift?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. If you fall asleep, you won't be the first person ever on this cast to fall asleep during a show. Just saying.
They were tired from strolling their dogs around the park.
Oh, my God. Well, tonight I am drinking, according to Anheuser-Busch, a big old can of patriotism right here. I still don't get that.
It just doesn't say America on it.
No, it doesn't. They haven't gotten here yet. So I bought a case.
They haven't got through customs yet.
I bought a case before they got in here because there is no fucking way I'm drinking a can that says America on it. That just looks stupid.
He smuggled it in.
That's just, oh my God. That
is prohibition still going on there?
Dry County.
No. That's a county over. Or that's actually a
Oh, there's
couple
a dry
towns
county?
over. No, there's a dry
Well,
town.
where Jack and I vacation together on the beach is actually a dry town. And then there's like 3 bridges to get out of town, and right over the bridges are massive liquor stores.
Yeah.
We have or this town that's a couple towns over from us has a liquor store just as you get off the interstate before you get to the city limits. So I mean, well, it's a convenience store with liquor, and they got a little pissed about that too. So what you have to do is to go when you go golfing there, you have to put all your beer in a cooler, keep the cooler shut, and you have to have koozies so that they can't see its actual beer. Otherwise, they don't give a shit.
But did they have a formal overall store?
No, that's 2 more towns over.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. That's our getting to know you segment. I told a little bit about my hometown. Just a reminder, over on GrimReaperGamers.com, under events, you will see the events calendar. Games are starting to fill up for June. We've got some Grand Theft Auto going on, Overwatch about every night.
Overlook,
overnight.
Overlook is the official GRG name for that game.
Yeah, we might as well all get it wrong. There's also some Battlefield going on. Arc is always a thing. Got a good Arc community going on. Check them out. www.GrimReaperGamers.com under events.
you're still playing Ark, aren't you?
Oh, of course.
This is like, I don't even know what to do. I'm afraid my Xbox might explode.
I'm
Because
hooked.
I don't think I've ever seen you. I mean, I've been friends with you for a while. I don't think I've ever seen you stay focused on a game for this long. So I'm worried that you're like old and ready to die or something. Just can't. Yeah.
Hey, I think he fired up Overlook once.
I did a couple times.
Once.
No, he's a good sniper.
Oh,
Did you learn
Jesus.
about the sniper class at least?
Oh, shut up. Speaking of Arc, let's say hi to the voice from on high, super producer, Digital Ciphers. Dig, how the hell are you? And what are you drinking tonight? He is doing great, and I got a feeling we're going to know why a little bit later on.
Doing it live.
Yes, we are. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the main emphasis of the show. It is all about E3. We are going to give our predictions that have probably already been leaked for the last 3 days on NeoGAF.
Those bastards.
Well, anywhere else, but I mean, you know, they've got a good rumor thread, but we're going to go over a handful of things. Let's first talk about the makers of the Xbox and Windows 10, which will be both featured prominently this coming week for E3. Microsoft. Microsoft is talking about some new hardware, some integration. There's going to be a whole lot going on. I mean, we've already heard, let's see, the rumors are the Slim Xbox, the Xbox Scorpio, which is supposed to be a more powerful Xbox. It's supposed to handle VR, if I remember right. The Xbox TV, the little tiny box, you know, little streaming box or whatever. You know, they're releasing a handful of things under that Xbox brand, and then we've got Windows 10 as they merge a little further, guys. What do we think Microsoft is going to do at E3, Mr. Jammer?
Oh, me? You're gonna pick me?
Well,
that's so nice of
God,
you.
you're either having a seizure or you have something to say.
I might be having a seizure at my age. That's correct. You know, the path is definitely there that they're trying to make Xbox basically a Steam machine in a sense with a Win 10 type of operating system behind it. I mean, they keep getting closer and closer to nicking the two together. So I'm starting to view this as just, you know, if might as well go to a PC if they're going to basically be running the same thing and get better graphics and everything.
I agree. I think we're looking at Microsoft heading towards an ecosystem. Jack.
Yeah, I think for the they'll probably talk more about the Slim for this for the E3, which I have zero interest in. I guess if you're buying a new Xbox now, you might be, but I'd probably look for one of the deals that they're having on the current Xbox systems. As far as Scorpio, I'll be curious to see what they do to it before I even consider buying it. If it's, I think it's just going to be like an upgrade for VR, is what some people are talking about. They have the hardware to run like Oculus or something.
According to Polygon, the word is it's going to be 6 teraflops, which is supposed to be higher than the PlayStation Neo that we'll talk about in their attempt to grab more cash, which is supposed to be roughly 4.5 teraflops, I believe, compared to, I think it's like one. I think current Xbox is 1.3, 1.5, and then PS is 1.8 or so, if I remember right. So they're going to be making this big jump to help with VR and graphics while supporting all systems.
The big question,
PC-like.
the big question you have when you do something like this is it going to split the current community? Is Xbox One, how are game developers going to design games? So they're going to design it for the Xbox One or Xbox Scorpio, and is there going to be a big divide? So you kind of need to hear what's going to go on with that before you make a decision what you want to do.
I just want Scorpio.
go ahead.
I just want Scorpio because it's one of my favorite Simpsons episodes.
Well, that's a code name according to Polygon. So,
yeah, I know, but I still like that.
Oh, it's kind of neat.
Hey, it's my zodiac sign. So
let Zima Boy answer now over there.
No, only if he drinks a Zima.
Mr.
fuckers.
Mr. Sam Malone back there with the bar behind him.
What do I think of E3? I mean, definitely it's going to be new hardware, which I won't be an adopter one way or the other, probably. Hopefully they have some exciting games, I guess. I am nervous about how they're pushing it towards PC integration so much that, I just don't know where this whole thing's headed. And it's already expensive enough of a habit, so I hope it just doesn't get worse. But I'm just hoping for some solid games, I guess.
All right, and Clown, we're going to come to you as far as hardware goes when we get to PlayStation Neo. So
just keep your mouth shut, PlayStation Boy.
The gaming wise, they talked about Dead Rising 4, which I believe is the zombie online game that was rumored. Which, what'd they say? That's a remaster of Dead Rising 1 with some added areas and stuff.
I just hope that you can play like at least up to 4 people, and like me, you, and Rab could get the game,
and then
we could play a zombie game together.
Oh no,
asshole.
Let's see. There's rumor about Age of Empires coming. I believe. And well, this is kind of the PC thing. More PC games they're talking about with the anniversary edition of the Windows 10 anniversary edition, and then the new Xbox stuff and everything. More PC games showing up on Xbox and vice versa. What do we
already
think?
Kind of happening.
Well, I think we're seeing more.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's already kind of happening. And on the Xbox store, even now, there's a lot of those smaller digital games that I've seen on Steam forever, like Gone Home and that type of stuff that's on Xbox. They've slowly been doing it on the smaller scale,
even
not the larger scale.
Even look at what Neverwinter Online, Star Trek Online's coming over, DC.
That's here.
MMO that's here. So they're taking PC games, bringing them over, just porting them straight over. But it's that's because the Xbox and Windows 10 is so similar in OS.
Well, and I think after this summer, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
I really think we are going to see, probably within a year, I think we're going to see Xbox as a pure ecosystem. Yeah, you're going to have the box, the Scorpio, the Slim, whatever. And like Jammer said, you're going to have like the Steam machines where you can either have it on PC or on your TV. So I really think I think Xbox is going to be getting away from console. Mr. Rab.
I mean, so my problem with that's going to be if they start pushing that way, I'll just invest in a gaming PC because it's just cheaper in the long run, easier to upgrade on your own, and just you could probably go get something off a shelf right now that has some better stuff than the Xbox comes with. So it'll be too bad if it really does head that way.
part of the reason that we like consoles, I mean, we do have some people to play PC as well, is I think a lot of us like it's not the hassle. We buy a console, we know the games are going to work right for it. There's no worrying about my graphics card compared to somebody else's graphics card. Look, damn it, I'll move on when I'm ready to move on. We're talking about E3 here. This is a long show. You calm your tomato self down over there.
Wow.
So let me talk slower now, just to piss Jack off. But so I think that's the draw for a console for a lot of us is that it's a set price and that's it.
I don't think they're going away from consoles though necessarily. I think it's still going to be around. It's just that it's going to be this broad spectrum. So if you want to play on PC, you can. If you want to play on a console, you can, and you can play between each other. So we've gone through the bulk of the Microsoft. Here's a question for everybody: do we see the hint of a new Halo 6?
Well, they announced another trilogy, didn't they, at the time?
Well, yeah, there is a trilogy. I'm just wondering if we announce, do they announce for 2017?
I think it's 17, though. It's not this year.
Right, but I mean, you know how you get the teaser the year before?
Yes.
Kind of like with some of the Sony games.
I still think you have. I think that might be next year. Maybe
for 2018 or for 2017.
You might see the teaser for next year. You won't see the teaser.
So you're saying we're a year away from even the teaser for Halo.
It takes them like forever to release those titles.
Right, and the typical thing for them is the teaser the year before, and then all the bread and butter as the year goes on.
Well, was
Halo's a fall game, isn't it though? Too?
Yeah, but
So
wasn't that fall of 14?
Yes,
not fall of 15. So that's 4 years apart, and the console generation that doesn't last that long typically. So I mean, 3 years is more of a.
Well, that might.
I can see 14 to 17.
But with let's face it, the console generation, as far as the software, is still going to keep going on. It's the hardware that's going to be changing. So, I think, as somebody called it, forward compatibility is kind of the name of the game now. So, speaking of that, Sony is going to pull the same shit with PlayStation. Well, they call it PlayStation 4.5, 4K, Neo, whatever you want to. Are you signaling you don't care, or do you have something to say with that?
That's what they're doing. They're fucking, they're jacking us off.
Yeah,
it's like if it's just gonna do 4K, then that's fine. I'm not investing my money in that anyway. I play on a 1080p monitor, but it's like, I'm not getting PSVR because that's overpriced and it's a gimmick and it's going to go away like 3D TV. But I mean, I don't know. I agree with Rab on this and that. If it gets any stupider, I'm just going to go and get a gaming PC or a fucking high-end Steam machine in the end. Is like if I want to keep on gaming. If not, I'll just retire finally.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna have some decisions to make as far as hardware goes on all sides. Although, who knows if we ever get this cross compatibility network wise between all of them.
See, I'll be happy if we see newer consoles than later. I think like the proposed 10-year plan I think that's too long for a console. I'd like to see a newer hardware, better graphics sooner. So
I don't think 10 years, even if they're capable of doing that, that's just dumb business wise. They sell these things out of the gate at $500. So why would they wait 10 years to gain those sales from people that are early adopters?
The only thing, are we getting a little too close though? I mean, it's 10 years is one thing, 3 to 4 years.
It's garbage.
That's
5 to 7.
Overboard.
Yeah, I think 5 to 7 is good time frame.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, and especially, who has the advantage then? With Microsoft closely integrating to PC versus PlayStation still having their own proprietary OS and hardware, who do you think gets the advantage in all that?
Nintendo?
the NX for the win.
Well,
yeah, don't they have to actually say something about that damn console first?
It's coming. If you look at, there's some games, I forgot which one, but they actually had, when you looked at the systems available, it said Nintendo NX. in the
Well,
little.
that's fine,
they showed all
except
the
for-
systems, so it should be
except
out
for,
soon. If not, I mean they're pretty much dead. They might as well just start making stuff for PlayStation and Xbox.
Well, here's the thing, though.
See-
The rumors now is that it's going to be 2017 for the Nintendo, so we're kind of moving over to those guys. And they're not even going to talk about hardware at E3. All they're going to do, they're not having a Direct this year. They're going to have Zelda, and that's it. Yes, Jammer.
I had a timeout because I had an audio freeze. You had asked a question about who has the advantage or whatever, and I didn't hear anybody's answers. But even if I didn't have an audio freeze, I never listened to any of you guys anyway, so I wouldn't have known. But to me, then Sony has an advantage because I would just go buy a PC. So console-wise, I would go to a PlayStation with its proprietary stuff. Okay,
All right.
untime.
Well, the joking comment was Nintendo having the advantage, but they're not even showing the NX this year at E3. No Direct. They're having a Treehouse presentation with Zelda. So one game. What are they dead in the water?
I mean, that and like Mario Kart and shit like that, that's all they got left, right?
Pokemon.
Because
Yeah.
I think their best bet is to just scrap consoles and just create mobile games.
I agree, because
Go
they're
right
good
to
at
the cell
that.
phone. Go right, like just put Pokemon on like iTunes and Android, and just call it a day. I mean, you'll sell 8 billion copies of it. Everybody will
Put it
have
on-
it.
put it on Vita. Somebody's got to support that damn thing.
No, fuck Vita. Just put it right to the mobile phones. I'm telling you, kids would be
Yeah,
ape
that's
shit
probably
over Pokemon on their iPhones and Android phones.
That'd be great because then I'd have 2 more kids bitching about not having a phone.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, not
guys.
just mobile games, though. I
Well,
mean,
GRG
they should-
funds have
all that
purchased
stuff.
both my boys' cell phones, so just wanted to clarify that.
they should license the game out to the other guys. I mean, make the games.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, with the way they're dragging on the hardware
They're
and the way the Wii U is dead, and dead, I don't even think Zelda can help that now.
No.
I'm just saying though, is the
it's too late.
NX, is the NX going to use Blu-ray? I mean, are they going to catch up with the times?
They'll catch up about the time everybody's gone forward.
Weren't they talking about going carts? I remember hearing something about that before. Even like
Oh,
was it
yeah, going back to
SSD
carts.
chip or something.
Yeah,
I just think they
flash
just need to be done. Like we have the Wii U. My wife got it for my youngest, and I think we have like 3 games, and I don't think it's been turned on in 2 years. So
mine has a layer of dust about this damn thick on it.
so it's only twice as tall as the Xbox.
I play a ton of Xbox. Thank you. Play a lot of PC.
Your boxer shorts have a layer of dust that thick too.
It's because I've been married 16 years.
I want to know how you know that, Jammer.
They Skype
Oh,
on the side.
Johnny and I
Sexting.
exchanged texts.
Sexting. All right, let's get out of the damn land of hardware. Okay, back to Sony. They have some games coming out. I mean, we've got Horizon. That's a highly anticipated one that got moved to what, February 28th?
Yeah, February 2017. Yep.
So, rumors Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2, I think, is a definite. I mean, they just dropped Last of Us down to $20 on PSN. I also think some others are, God of War 4 is a first-party title.
Yep, that's rumored.
And I went way out there. I was like, maybe they'll give us the Order 2 and let us interact with objects in it this time.
The an interesting one I saw in NeoGAF, an interesting rumor, a Spider-Man AAA title from Sony.
From what, Sucker Punch?
Uh-huh. Oh, well, that's popular bet. It's not
Yeah.
unveiled yet, but that's where the bets are going. Is Sucker Punch with their history of superheroes.
Well, I mean,
Fail.
yeah, I mean, you figure, Spider-Man is still a Sony property, so could be, first party.
And they got the movies coming out, so it'll be good timing.
Yeah,
It would-
they
it
licensed
would
them to
suck.
Civil War, so
The one that I found
Batman
laughable
games.
was Knack 2, rumored. I mean,
did anyone play the first one? I mean,
there's been people waiting for that to come out on PS Plus forever.
I know.
So, and then Dead Don't Ride, the biker post-apocalyptic, easy for me to say, game.
And what was it?
Saying,
Can you repeat that again?
post-apocalyptic.
Is that
Is
your
it IC at the end of that?
Yeah, something like that.
lick a dick?
We'll-
What?
We'll see at E3.
The hell are
They're
you
gonna
talking
invent.
about?
They're inventing a brand new word. That's the new rumor.
It's Nebraskan for the end times.
So that's kind of Sony's. That's kind of Sony's gig right there. So that covers the big three. Well, 2.5 anymore. So
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't count.
I don't know. They're dead in the water. God,
Only people like you that have like a closet full of consoles buys a Nintendo console now.
you know what? I still fondly play Donkey Kong. I can't help it.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah,
He's been married for 16 years, so
that's how I play Donkey Kong.
I
All
handle
right,
the Kong every night.
let's talk about the third party guys. Let's start with Activision, their big one. Destiny Rise of Iron expansion, the one that's supposed to come out this fall.
yeah, that's being released the September 20th. They're supposed to add 2 new areas, the Plaguelands and Fellwinter Peak. Add a new raid, add some new strikes and update some old ones, and even some new Crucible maps, which I think they sorely needed. And of course, I think they're going to raise maximum light. Of course, I think that's no brainer.
Always happens.
We're in trouble, Johnny.
And what's interesting is it's only going to be released for the PS4 and Xbox One, so they're going to ditch last gen consoles finally. So
Finally, so they look good.
yeah, and if you
Needs to go.
pre-order, you can get your Galahorn. So I think Rex pre-ordered since he never got one.
Which, by the way, they called the Iron Gallowhorn because whoever the hell was doing voiceover did not know how to say iron.
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 I don't even know what that is.
The Elron.
But the guy, I don't know what Galahorn is. I never got
Hubbard.
Johnny and I are still hovering around 240 light level, so
Probably.
I'll probably wind up picking this up. I do enjoy playing the PvP, the Crucible. That's probably the most fun I had in the game. So for $30, I'll pick it up. It's not going to kill you.
I say it all the time. I don't know why we don't just play multiplayer on Destiny sometimes. The maps are nice. It's fun.
Yeah, the game mode's great. It's a good
but
time.
unless it's Iron Banner, people don't want to touch it or a raid. I don't get it. It's no different to me than Halo MP.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's probably the best part of the game. I know a lot of people. You have the raids as well. I think, but only Vault of Glass was my favorite. The other two are okay. As far as doing patrols over and over, nah, I'd rather, just uninstall the game at that point.
We'd rather you do that too.
I did. But you're only level 240, so you would never know.
I stay at that light level so I don't have to game with you.
See, I know Destiny is big with some people, but I don't think it's going to be. They already announced that, so it's not going to be a big E3 thing. I think their big E3 thing for EA is going to be Mass Effect. Finally,
What's
Are we moved to EA?
Yeah, I know. That's Bungie.
oh yeah. Well, no, you said EA. I thought.
No, we're
Activision.
still
You
on
said
Activision.
Yeah. You
Fired.
skipped over EA.
No, we're moving to
PlayStation.
EA next.
I have the
What?
old agenda. Damn it.
Yeah, this is why we do an agenda, and they don't follow it. They're
We
so
put
fired.
the link in chat.
Wait, there's a new agenda?
Yeah. Jesus.
There's an
I quit.
agenda.
Going to player.me.
Oh, we're
Okay.
doing Battlefield 1 next.
We'll just cut this out.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll cut it out. Wait a minute. That's
Take two.
down the road.
That ain't happening. That's work. I'm not cutting shit out. Do it live.
It is there for all eternity.
I told someone
Okay,
that
so-
fact that he told vacuum cleaner, so that's there for all eternity.
Well,
That's right. I forgot
from what
about
I've
that.
seen rumor wise, that seems to be about it. I mean, I'm sure we're probably going to see, I'm going to guess in the Sony presentation, we're going to see more about Call of Duty because they've got the exclusive shit with Activision. So,
Anybody think that we'll see any news on Destiny 2 at all?
I hope so.
I hope so, but I don't think it's going to happen.
See, my
I don't
biggest
think
fear,
they are either.
my biggest fear with this expansion, I'll buy it, I'll get sucked into it, and then I'm worried that it's just going to be reskin things, or you're going to go back to areas and just do something in reverse. They like to reuse their content a lot, and hopefully this expansion pack, they bring something new to the table. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see a lot from Activision coming. I don't think we're going to get the Destiny 2. Maybe one of the shows this fall. I believe Tokyo Game Show or Paris Game Show is in October. I think maybe then we might see the hints, because after we get Destiny 2 or Destiny Rise of Iron drops, maybe then we start to see the hints or start to see the teasers for 2.
I don't know. If we don't see it, I don't think we're seeing anything until E3, or until it gets leaked right before E3.
Yeah.
Next
So
year.
3 weeks before E3.
And maybe it's E3 next year and it's for fall 2017, and they don't tease it, just like Bethesda did with Fallout last year.
Well, that's what
Basically.
I'm saying is in October they tease we're looking at fall of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems to be where they go. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be quiet for Activision. I think it's gonna be quiet for a lot of these guys. Myself, but
I don't know where we even are because I have an old agenda.
okay. Well, we're going to EA, so
Okay.
let's talk about.
That's not up
let's
there.
talk about
Mike.
EA. We're definitely gonna see Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2.
I see Battlefield 1 multiplayer.
Yeah, I think you'll see a playable, the in-game footage of that. I cannot wait for that. I know a lot of GRG, they saw the trailer and pre-ordered right away. I honestly think that this is going to be the Battlefield that kind of pulls our group out of the Call of Duty mindset, and we'll probably have more guys buy Battlefield 1 versus Call of Duty, which is a first for our group. Usually we're so Call of Duty based, but this looks pretty interesting, and be curious to see what they do with like actual World War I weapons. So
Yeah, we're still going to have our core that's going to be big on Call of Duty. I mean, there's guys that are just hardcore Call of Duty, led by Beers and Leafs.
Beers, Lees, Hawk, they'll never leave.
Beers and Leafs, Hawk, Mac
Mhm.
loves it. A lot of these guys love Call of Duty, and you know what? That's their thing, and that's great. This is why we're a big community now, because we're going to have a lot of Battlefield 1. I think we're going to have a huge amount, probably more than what played those that played Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So, I can't either. This one's got me excited.
How much info are they going to give us, though? They've already shown. talked about it a lot.
I think we get a big
supposedly they're
multiplayer
they're doing a multiplayer presentation on the 12th.
Yep.
Is it? Okay.
It's already set.
Oh, that's
to-
right.
on
That's
my-
right.
on
One
my
note.
feed.
One note: EA's play is actually, I believe, the few days before E3. I think that's like the 10th through 12th, if I remember.
Yeah.
I think it starts a little bit tomorrow night, and then it goes through the weekend. So leading up to Monday's E3 extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
I just love that word.
Yeah, I'm already tired of you saying it.
And since everybody says I have a game show personality, extravaganza is
Now
a
you
great
sound
word to use.
like Hispanic game show.
Extravaganza. So,
Stop that. Don't do that again.
Extravaganza.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
All right,
Titanfall
let's
2.
Titanfall 2, yes, the sequel to the big mech game that started hot, kind of left us a little cold.
No, and Lala's just going to shit on this one. So go ahead.
yeah, I'm going to shit on this one. This is not what I'm getting. I mean, they got to do
Really?
they got to pull out all the bells and whistles and like really wow me. There's no chance I get this game. I did not like Titanfall 1 one bit. I thought it was ridiculous. It was player versus NPC. It sucked. I couldn't stand it. So I
Pre-order sales just went up as soon as Lala said there's no chance he's getting it.
I mean, it's got to be spectacular. There's no way I get this title.
Okay, so here's a question for the roundtable regarding EA and their EA Play. Their EA Play pre-show before E3.
Rab thinks Titanfall sucks too.
Yeah, it made him leave. Good God. The game's so bad, Rab had
Oh,
to
no.
go.
He went to pre-order it because he heard Lala's not getting it.
And he's ordering a T-shirt too, Titanfall T-shirt.
I'll stick to Pac-Man. But Visceral and Motive's combined effort for Star Wars. Do we see anything on the big Star Wars game that those two development houses are working on? The one, we've got Jade Raymond, formerly from Ubisoft. We've got Amy Hennig from known for Uncharted. The big Star Wars single player game that they've been hinting for a while. Do we start to see anything on that this year?
Probably give you a taste. Following the hype of one movie, going into the second movie coming up next year, or to the other 2 movies coming up.
Yeah. Well, plus Rogue One, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
they're
Rogue
gonna.
One
I'm
this
sure
year.
they're gonna slip something in there. Even if it's just like they did with I think was Battlefront. They just showed you one little tiny thing that they were people working on computers, or was it Mass Effect? There was people working on computers about Mass Effect, and that's all they showed you. They'd be like, "Yeah, we're working on it."
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to see some gameplay. Anybody else think anything on this big Star Wars title rumored? Well, more than rumored, it's what they're working on.
They really are still dropping the ball so far on Star Wars. Considering the movies are back out, they could make a killing if they make a solid Star Wars game. Battlefront was great, but it was just a skinned version of Battlefield. If they make some true Star Wars game right now with the hype of Rogue One and the last movie and the next movie, it'd be a killing. And at the older gamers like we are that have grown up, with Star Wars our whole lives, and if it's a Jar Jar game, I can't wait.
He's the Sith Lord.
Misa play
Misa
forever. No. God, no.
And I'll tell you, Lala's going to hate this, but even if it was a Star Wars single-player game, it would still be awesome.
I'm still not getting it.
You got to figure it is with maybe a multiplayer element because it has Amy Hennig, the story runner for the Uncharted series, helming the story for this game.
They never hit a home run on these games. I mean, I played both Force Unleashed. Besides Knights of the Old Republic, they really haven't
All right.
hit anything.
Mass Effect. What do you think we see of that?
Some asshole mentioned that earlier during the Activision segment.
Yeah,
Don't worry, that dude's never going to be on again anyway.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fired.
Probably PlayStation side. So I mean, it's about time they need to. I mean, they've been telling us it's a female protagonist, or this time they've been talking about that it's Mass Effect Andromeda, and so I mean it's about time they showed something. They have to show something. I mean, usually I think Mass Effect's usually a fall game too, so maybe it'll be coming out this year. Who knows? They're just going to stack up the single player on top of the 2 multiplayer games.
Could be interesting. Anything special at EA Sports or just the usual? I mean, we know FIFA is going to be on Frostbite this year. Madden's already given a hell of a lot of information out. NBA Live's all but dead.
They can't compete with 2K.
That's true.
And NHL, there's a bunch of stuff. It's same old, same old.
Yeah.
EA Sports is just never gonna. Now, I'd like to see a better golf game.
Well, from my understanding, FIFA is supposed to come out with the next version of FIFA is going to be on the Frostbite engine. So it looks like they're updating the engine for some of this title. So,
the host might have said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Welcome to 5 minutes ago.
Whoops.
Yeah, some asshole already.
Moving on.
And as Rab was put in chat, I'm talking about golf, and he's like, "Yeah, well, FIFA, they're different. PGA is different
Speaking
than FIFA."
of golf,
Mr. Soccer Man.
Hey, going to Team USA game this weekend, so it's on my mind.
So okay, so let's go back to somebody mentioned 2K. Let's go back to Take-Two. The big elephant in the room, Red Dead. Do we see anything about the 3rd installment?
I think it's a definite. It's been leaked forever. This is like this is something that somebody would have made a prediction about at a different E3, and it would have been like, wow, that's a good prediction. Where this year, that's like, yeah, that's coming.
I think it was rumored. It was rumored last year too, though. So.
Yeah, but when you take the life cycle and how they go with stuff, and the GTA, and now it's time.
Yeah, will it be a remaster, or will it be a full sequel or prequel?
I think it's a sequel or whatever. It's a different game.
I think the only thing that you might not, is Rockstar doesn't usually release stuff at E3 or talk about stuff at E3, so they like to do it with their own events. But I think you'll see it, though. I think they'll break that tradition, and either that or they'll sell more shark cards. I don't know.
Well, now technically Rockstar doesn't necessarily even have to unveil it themselves. It could be Take-Two, the publisher, in this case.
Or it could be on a console, at a console event.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if this year we're finally, since they keep on renewing the copyright of the name, if PlayStation's finally going to see Agent or whatever, the game that was supposed to be released years ago for the PS3. It's just been stuck in hiatus ever since.
That is Sony's Duke Nukem.
Oh, but they said that about The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian's coming.
Well, yeah, after 17 different non-starts.
Yeah. So that's going to be there. They're going to announce a release date for that, I'm sure, at E3.
Yeah, you probably will be. So let's since you brought us back to Sony a little bit, we failed to mention we failed to really talk much about For Honor and God of War 4.
God of War is one of the games that was like a must for me.
That's a system mover.
Yeah. I still probably not the price point anymore where I have to have more than one game that I want to go for, but back in the day, yeah, that God of War, I would have bought it.
That For Honor, that game looks pretty wild. I mean, I guess, coming off of Game of Thrones, you see that stuff. And I definitely want to be playing some of that. That'd be a game I'd like to get. Maybe I'll borrow my kid's PS4.
Yeah. Come slum it.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I think God of War will be heavily anticipated, especially on next gen. This will be the first real next gen title. We've had some remasters, but let's face it, that doesn't count. Getting down the agenda here, Jack.
I have no idea where we're at the agenda. I'm still sorting this out.
I think we're
Tomato
getting back
meter
on
is
track.
high.
We had a couple things that got a little
all over the place,
off the rails there, just because they were in different spots there and they were from similar publishers. And I'm trying to watch between this and the NeoGAF thread. But DayZ. DayZ, now this is the console version, right? That we're talking about?
Yeah, I think we're going to finally see something on that. They've been talking about porting that over to the Xbox for a while. So I think we'll finally see something at E3. I think it's just one of my guesses. I don't know.
And maybe PlayStation will finally see something from H1Z1 too. Who knows? That's been promised forever too. Last couple of years.
Semi-related game there in that same genre anyway.
See, I don't know if Didge can be heard or not tonight, but I don't know if because I know Didge really likes Survivor games. So if they hit console or whatever, does that pull them away from Ark or you, John? Well, no, Johnny would die in that type
I
of
will
survival
definitely
game,
play DayZ. I will play the shit out of it. Yeah.
All right.
I've played DayZ on the PC. It is fun. I don't know that it would really pull me away from Ark. I don't know what Ark's hold is on me, but as someone who has kind of dabbled in Survivor games, this game's got me locked, got me hooked.
Well, Ark has long grass in it, which is their version of corn.
You know what? Okay, first off, let's clear up the record here. I have never grown a bit of long grass on there.
Bullshit.
That is digital. That is Didge. Didge has a ton of long grass at his place on the PC.
It's just to make him jealous.
Because he can't grow it, can he?
No, he's not on enough.
I've never. Oh, please.
Whoever knew that all you got to do is for Johnny to stay in a game is to be able to shit yourself. He might still be playing like FPS games if while you're running around you could shit yourself.
You know what? If I could shit and fling it in Call of Duty, I'd still be playing that shit.
Wait, is that a double negative because you shit flinging?
So was a horse shitting in Metal Gear not enough?
It just wasn't the same. I couldn't throw it.
Oh.
And you know what? I couldn't have a monkey on my shoulder that could fling it for me.
Scatological tendencies. We got it.
Yeah, you might need to see a doctor about psychology.
Flinging shit. That is how you hook me into a game right there. Flinging shit.
That and wood paneling.
Good paneling and some awesome cream corn.
All right, got a couple entries here for Ubisoft. Watch Dogs 2 already unveiled. Gee, imagine that. Everything in E3 has been unveiled already. You guys saw it. What'd you think? Is it kind of a wait and see based on the last one?
It's not a day one purchase for me, but it makes me interested enough in it to where it looks like they actually improved stuff from the first game, where I might actually go take the first game that if I had to trade in, I'd have to pay GameStop money in order to trade in. I might actually like give it a run through and maybe finish it, but I mean, it's not a day one purchase. It's definitely a purchase for me down the line. I mean, it's interesting.
I had no interest.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch anything on it. So that's my well-informed professional podcasting opinion.
I've seen it. It looks interesting, but let's face it, we all loved. We thought, or I shouldn't say love. We all thought Watch Dogs looked interesting, and it bombed.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they made a second Watch Dogs, and I can't imagine if the first one bombed and wasn't as good as they said it was going to be. Why in the world would you pre-order it? But that's
it's the new IP thing, just like how
Oh, we'll see the
Titanfall
new IP.
2 is. I mean, Titanfall 2 is coming out, even though Titanfall was kind of And they're hoping
It
people
made money though.
Yeah, but I mean, Watch Dogs made money too because it was all based off of E3 hype. Everyone, like people like me, pre-ordered it with the season pass, and it's still sitting there 3 years later.
See, I wouldn't equate Titanfall and Watch Dogs.
I was just basing it off of hype.
No, but in terms of like suckage, so it's like it's almost
I
like
definitely played more Titanfall than I did Watch Dogs.
it's like me making cookies and they really suck, and then I say, oh, let's make it again. I don't understand that concept when you fail the first time, how you're able to have the funds to do it again.
Well, they did Homeland, or was it Homeland or Homefront?
Homefront.
And then they made a second one, and they both sucked.
It's Ubisoft. They make so much money doing other things that people buy their games. They have money to make. I mean, no one liked the first Assassin's Creed, I guess, and that's what Audible goes by. No one liked the first Assassin's Creed, but everyone loved the second one. So apparently, they're better the second time around.
No, Assassin's Creed, the first one was good. He's wrong.
I didn't care about the first one.
You're wrong.
It got a little repetitive, but I mean, it was okay, but that got a little repetitive. There is a rumor floating around, unsubstantiated, that Ubisoft is working on a new, what they call a AAA online-oriented game, which is supposedly outside of anything like Ghost Recon or anything like that. Obviously, we're going to see more Ghost Recon there, but what do you guys think of this AAA rumor of an online-oriented game?
It sounds AAA good. That's all the info we have, so it's kind of hard to really to say anything about it. But anything that's new IP that they're going to promote heavily, I'll check it out.
I think it's going to be a broken version of Overwatch.
The only word they really have about this is that they're working on social activity and replayability and item strategy and character progression, which kind of dangerously sounds like the initial hype for The Division.
Maybe they got the formula right.
Yeah, shouldn't they do that for their existing game that doesn't exist for?
Exactly. All right, so Ubisoft, they could be interesting. Who knows? But let's face it, a lot of hype has not panned out for these guys either.
I will say that Ubisoft will give us footage of stuff that will look really good.
Oh, look great.
They always look great. I mean,
won't look like that when we get it.
But it won't look like that once it has to run through Uplay.
Yeah, they're fantastic at giving you footage ahead of time to make you excited about something.
So are we all convinced that Ubisoft's on the fool us once, shame on you, fool us twice, shame on me type of plan right now?
Yeah, I'm holding out.
I rebought Destiny, so I'll probably get it.
This isn't the Dumb Decision podcast. This is E3 predictions.
My predictions are coming up.
All right, so to wrap things up a little bit as far as the E3 stuff, rumor has it Ken Levine, the creator of BioShock,
I'm buying.
is all right. All right, folks, moving on.
Well, System Shock as well.
Yeah, System Shock, BioShock. His new IP is supposedly coming out, part of the Take-Two, which some rumors are saying they plan to really steal the show at E3. So we're hearing that maybe his new IP gets unveiled. What do you guys think? That happening or nay?
I hope so. Ken Levine to me is just a master storyteller on a single player level. So Lala hates his guts.
Yeah, I didn't play a minute of those games.
But he's so creative with System Shock and BioShock series. And what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I live in the ghetto.
I think a bear,
I was muted.
I think a bear tried to get on the show.
This sounded like a bear was about. Look
Hey,
out.
Didge, we play Ark. Didge, you played Ark. Was that a dire bear?
Yeah.
I'm like, what
That was great.
Jeez. Either that or somebody's really hungry. Anyway, I will be extremely interested in anything that Ken Levine has his hands on. Out of the BioShock series, the second one is the weakest of the three, and that was the one his hands were not on.
Exactly. So first and third were pretty good.
Can we also hope for his announcement for a new IP and 2K doing a finally trilogy remaster?
Yeah, I'd love for them to but I don't know if he would be. That wouldn't be tied to him though, because he doesn't have that.
If they're going to steal the show, I mean,
no, but
Yeah.
probably part of their presentation, and that is another rumor that there'll be that'll be part of the presentation as well.
I will be buying 2 copies, one for me and one for Lala.
All right, and on to Bethesda to wrap things up. Word is the Skyrim remaster. Do we buy that rumor? Do we care?
I never get to play it.
Yeah, one of my predictions was going to be, and I still have one, but that there was going to be some type of tease to an Elder Scrolls game for next year, for 2017. Now I don't know.
Man, I'm not sure. Well, that's a bold one. That might be a couple years ahead of its time.
I don't
But
take
that's a
pansy
bold-
predictions. I'm a man, damn it. I'm in my 40s.
Jack, you're asking if we talked about Call of Duty. I think we briefly mentioned it.
We that's kind of an important title to kind of briefly mention. I think what's interesting is I think more of GRG are looking forward to the MW1 update than they are the actual Infinite War, but
They have to pay $80 for it.
which I will. I mean, like I said, we'll have a large group play, and that it'll be worth it to get into a few games, a few nights a week. So
Have somebody up in chat talking about another chapter for Wolfenstein as well. I never played the Wolfenstein series. That's why I'm on a gaming podcast.
You know what?
Oh, man. The first one was fantastic.
That's another rumor actually is Wolfenstein 2. I have heard, well, thin rumor.
Yeah, I mean, the first one that's probably one of the most fun games I've played on the newer console yet.
So you would be happy about that, Rab?
I would. I haven't played the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, that they added last year to it. It wasn't really an addition. It was just kind of some sort of, wasn't really a second one, but I don't know. I didn't touch it, but the first one was awesome. So if they made a second one, I would absolutely purchase that.
So there you go. See, now Rab is happy.
What is it? What were we talking about?
We can't tell you. Move on.
Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 2.
Nah.
And speaking of sequels, one that we kind of brushed over, didn't really mention much. Microsoft Gears of War 4, or Gears of War, is it? It is Gears 4, isn't it? Or do they have a subtitle for it?
Oh God.
yeah, I don't know the
God,
subtitle. Gears of War 4 for all intents and purposes. This will be an interesting title. I like to see them try to do something a little bit different. I guess they're going to continue with that rodeo run shit, which I'm not a big fan of. Interesting thing though, the first 2 Gears of War, they actually I played through the entire campaigns, so
That's
all
not
the way
normal
through.
for
And
you.
I actually liked them too. So, which is really rare.
Long ago, Rab and I co-opted the first one.
Those freaking bat-looking things, man. I don't remember what those were called, but
Yeah. I'm interested in Gears of War. I don't like that it seems like that Marcus is an old man now and it's his kid or something. So that Marcus is an iconic character like a Master Chief or a Nathan Drake. So to not have him as the main person kind of concerns me on it. I will never touch the multiplayer because those shotguns can rot to hell forever. But if it has Horde mode still, I used to love playing Horde mode with friends. So I'd be all over that and the campaign. So I am interested in Gears.
I'd be curious to see what they do with multiplayer because I just think that right now it would feel dated with current.
That
current
shotgun
games.
just sucks.
You go to a game like Overwatch or like Destiny or something else, I think Gears of War is going to feel very dated.
Possibly. I'm going to agree with Jammer as far as hard mode. Now, Gears 2 was my first multiplayer game on the Xbox. So that one, I really enjoyed the multiplayer aspect. But when you got to Gears 3, clearly the jewel of that multiplayer was Horde mode. That was where that seems to be what got most of my time.
Oh, well, you know what?
Gears
Speaking
3.
of which, I actually did play Gears 3. So there's 3 single-player games I played completely through.
That's pretty shocking for you because that is not your norm.
No, the last one was World at War because I had unlocked zombies, and that was done single-player at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be interested in Horde mode on that one. I don't know if I'd be interested. I think you're right. I think if they just regenerate the multiplayer from previous games, it's gonna be dated. I mean, it's kind of an older mode. It just doesn't have. It's kind of slow. It's a little bit clunky compared to today's multiplayer. I'm sure we'll see more about multiplayer. But what are they gonna? I mean, I'm sure that needs an overhaul.
Complete, yeah. I don't see that as Gears of the past versions. I don't see that holding anyone's attention for very long.
Well, some people it might.
Pepsi drinkers.
I don't know. Yeah, no, but anybody else though? I mean, don't like I talked about the Marcus there. I just don't understand why you have they don't kill Master Chief off. They don't make Master Chief Jr.
Well, remember, Cliffy B is not a part of this one, like he was in the previous versions. So that's the other possibly concerning issue.
When you promote Xbox and you show iconic characters, Marcus is one of them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But I'm just saying, I think that's the new staff, the new runners, putting their stamp on it. And is that a good idea?
Probably not.
God, I don't think so. But
I am going to give them a call, and just like I do in Discord, I will be nice and courteous to them, and fire them.
There you go. Thank you.
Fire. Take it back.
Done.
Adios. Hasta la bye bye. All right, let's go around the horn predictions for E3. What do you think's going to happen, outlandish or otherwise? Jammer.
Oh, I have my one. Ready?
All right.
So, because I got, somebody who sometimes turns a hint of red had mentioned that, he wanted not just lame predictions like, Red Dead. Madden's coming out this year. That's my prediction. So, crazy as it seems, because they shut the studio down, there will be a very slight teaser announcement that a true Fable sequel will be coming 2017. People offered to buy the licensing to the title, and they wouldn't give it up.
Mr. Rab, what do you think? Big old bold prediction.
So I think that there is going to be a new Red Dead for sure announced, but I think what's going to piss everybody off, and my bold prediction is going to be, they're going to say that you can get the backwards compatible version of the original when you pre-order the new one.
Oh.
Instead of just releasing it, because they've been dragging that shit out forever.
Oh, that would be a dick move.
Yep. I hope I'm wrong.
Clown.
My one prediction, even though it's a shot in the dark like everybody else's, would be a new Crash Bandicoot.
Why did we have him on the show again?
Hey, Crash Bandicoot was one of my favorite things to play on PlayStation.
And I think that we'll see a playable Crackdown.
Wait a minute. You gave us a load of crap that you want to
Hey.
like weigh out their predictions.
That's
and
all I
you're
got.
going with a playable Crackdown,
That's all I
a
got.
game
Right
that
up
they've
there with
already
Madden.
announced. Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
Well, it's a long
are you
shot. It's
sure
running
you
on
run a
those
game?
like.
Yeah.
Those,
I'm looking at the
those-
agenda.
those-
I don't see
those
anywhere
mythical
on there.
cloud
It
servers.
states come up with a wild prediction. I'm looking through this thing. I don't see it.
I will
We can
tell
put
you
this on YouTube.
with Crackdown and Rab. I think John can too, but Rab can vouch for this. The first Crackdown was, I think, a Halo 3 beta was tied to that game.
Yes. Yeah.
And I refused. I Viva la F the beta, and I refused to play the beta of Halo. But I bought Crackdown because that game, I loved that game.
Yep.
And then they really blew chunks with that second one. The second
they
one
fucked
just
up. They
sucked.
fucked up with 2.
They
Crackdown
so
1 was
screwed that
great.
game up.
Crackdown
the
1 was
game's
great.
awesome.
Crackdown 2 was ass.
So my new prediction is just not really a prediction, a lesson to anybody listening out there is you don't have to have bold predictions or know anything to still run a gaming website.
Yes. That would be correct.
Digital, before I go, do you have a bold prediction?
Yeah, I won't pay any attention to E3.
There you go, CRG staff member at his finest right there.
I'll be stuck in art, man. I haven't paid attention now, and I probably won't pay attention then. So, I might watch some of the trailers and stuff, but that's it.
All right. Here we go. I'm going with my big one because I got so much shit last year for not going big with a prediction.
Farming Simulator 2017.
Nope. Phil Spencer and Kaz Hirai both come out on the stage, hug it out, feel each other up, and announce cross-compatibility for online multiplayer. It's going to happen. It's going to happen by early 2017. You could play Call of Duty with your PS friends and your Xbox friends and your PC friends all at once.
What's
in
curious,
other
very
games.
bold.
what I would like to know is, because they're working towards that, and a lot of these indie games have that, is how they're going to enable cross-platform friends. So,
Second half of this. Half of this.
There we go.
Sony and Microsoft work together to integrate Xbox Live into both consoles.
Now you're just making dumb shit up.
Yeah.
No, that
At least
is.
try and make
You
it
said you wanted
reasonable.
bold. You fuckers wanted bold
That's not bold. That's
That's
dumb.
fucking
because
impossible.
Microsoft is going to an ecosystem
raised.
rather than pure. Just a moment. Rather than pure console-based stuff, they are going to also be a part of the networking for everybody. Rab.
I think it's unfair that Jammer gets to shit on everybody else's predictions.
He has to go with what he's good with.
You want to raise your hand the next time and just say, I like cake?
See what I mean? You're fucking angry tonight, man.
I think we need to call J.R. the new Grumpkin.
That's because Lala's going to yell at us later.
Oh, you're
yes.
so getting yelled at. I'm
Uh,
already yelling at you guys in chat right now.
I'm
Rab-
not even going to hear half of it.
Rab put one up in chat that I wish. I don't know why in the world there never was a second Chrome Hounds. I cannot for the life of me figure out why, with how popular that game was,
Would love that.
You know
that
what's
they never did that.
a scary fact?
You've said this 50
I
times.
said it.
Please,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
say
gonna
it
pretend like I
51
don't know.
times. So, Grim Reaper Gamers started off as Too Old to Shoot, and blah blah blah. We were some other clan before that, and we were #1 clan in the world in Chrome Hounds.
Yeah, the
Isn't
part
that
he doesn't
fascinating?
tell you is that the servers were down and only Too Old to Shoot was playing at the time.
Tell that at a party, and you're guaranteed to get laid.
God damn. Talk about somebody that lives in the past.
#1 in private parties.
Yeah, that's great, Lala. That was only 10 years ago. It's been
Hey.
10 years. Chrome Hounds was 10 years ago.
Our standards have slipped. So, without
But
anybody,
what, I don't understand that one. They make a second Homefront, a second Watch Dogs, but they won't make Chrome Hounds.
game sucked.
Can't always get what you want.
I didn't like Chrome Hounds. It was like watching old people have sex. It was slow and boring.
You watch yourself?
Sometimes.
It's like he has sex.
Yeah, come on. Not it's 19 years. Give me a break.
All right.
I think about it, then I get tired.
All right. We want to welcome all members of the new clan, or all new members of the clan. Jesus Christ, this fucking crazy train's gone off the rails.
Sing it for us. You said you were going to sing
Can you
the
say apocalyptic again?
You said you were going to sing us out.
I ain't singing anybody out. Oh, Jesus
So full of
Christ.
shit. That's why we don't have pre-meetings.
Oh, Jesus. We don't have pre-meetings because we know how meetings go with you.
Yeah.
All right. Want to welcome new members of the clan. We've had a handful of members joining up of late for Overwatch. Not you. You've been around for a while.
Got something to say.
Oh, what?
I don't know if you're going to do this since you've really sucked as a host tonight. So I would like to make sure that we thank Digital because he's going to be getting a break.
Well, I was getting to that point.
You have sucked as a host tonight. I'm not letting you. I'm not letting you blow it. Okay, then. Never mind. Spoiler coming ahead. We're going to thank Digital for something.
I already posted in the fucking forums, you
go ahead.
assholes.
Yeah, no shit. It's already been in the forums. It's not some goddamn government secret.
You think people read the forum?
That hurts. No, really, that hurts.
I am pretty mean.
Why do you
tonight.
cut so deep?
We have forums.
Right. I'm sorry,
All
John.
right, moving on.
All right. November, what is it? November 7th? I believe it is. We have Extra Life coming up. November 5th. Sorry, I'm a couple years behind. November 5th is Extra Life, the big gaming charity for Children's Miracle Network. And we are still fundraising for it. Check that out at grimreapergamers.com. Next show will be June 23rd. We do have an announcement about that. As of tonight, this will be the last video-based live show, that we will be doing for a while. Let's face it, Skype blows ass. It's pissed us off. And the person that Jammer already thank you for taking my thunder, has worked way too hard for how goddamn goofy we are. Digital Ciphers, thank you very much for all your work as producer. You have not heard the last of him. Literally heard as we go audio. So Digital, we want to thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just want to touch base on that. I think I don't know if anyone watched the last episode, the last couple episodes. Every time Skype would crash in the middle of the one, it crashed completely, and it's a huge pain point for us. It just, for some reason, every Thursday there's a new Skype update and the network crashes, along with some other things. I think for the summer, I'm worried that we'll have enough people to run a video podcast. We'll be able to mix and match people easier with audio and be able to record it easier. So for the summer months, I think we're going to give this a try, move over to audio. It seems to be a popular format anyway. And maybe if something comes along the line in the fall or later, we'll revisit video. I do like doing the YouTube videos, but to save us a lot of headache, we're just going to move over to audio. So it's been a decision we've been thinking about for like the last month or two, and it's just
I think
time
more
to
than
make the
that,
move.
actually.
Yeah. So, no more seeing our smiling mugs. No more tomato meter. We'll just have to keep you updated on it. But
It's always red.
yeah, that's true. It's just shades of red. 50 shades. But anyway. So we want to thank you guys for watching at times that are painful shows like tonight. And thank you for sticking with us for a year. It's been a great year. But we're going forward with audio. It's going to be fun. So don't forget, you can still find us, even though we won't be on YouTube or Twitch. You'll find us on iTunes and Google Play. That finally happened, didn't it, Jack?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, it did. We are on Google Play Podcasts. So if you go on Google Play, if you have an Android device, and you go in their podcast section, you can search for Grim Reaper Gamers. You'll find us. Also, we have an RSS feed that you can look on the site and just subscribe with any podcast application from there. I think we have a bunch of links for that as well.
Or just send a private message to Lala. He loves them.
Yes, I do like private messages.
And the fact is, if this one fails, then you'll just hear us on a street corner shouting out our bitching because we're old, and that's just how we roll.
I don't know why you want us on a street corner, but
or no money.
What about games? But anyway, so get off our lawn. All right, Facebook page is at facebook.com/Grim Reaper Gamers, and co-host Jammer. What is our Twitter handle?
it's grgamers.com and spell out the .dot.
What
And
a fucked up Twitter.
check out, thanks to Rab, was it player.me, wasn't it? It's like almost like a gamer social type of thing. And we do have a Grim Reaper Gamers page that we just created today, and we're trying to figure out how to utilize it effectively.
Yeah, I think it's player.me/Grim Reaper Gamers is the address.
You can be free of Lala there.
Yeah, I'll most likely never use it.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching this final video cast. Smack that peen against the subscribe button for other videos as we get gameplay coming in, and check past episodes and shenanigans on the YouTube channel and the audio version on iTunes and Google Play. So for Jack, Jammer, Clown, and Rab, this is Johnny Hustler saying good night, good luck, and good gaming.
Feck off.